What is up, everyone at Inside Edge Network? You're watching the Jersey Chasers with me, Christy Acuity, and my amazingly adorable co-host, Autumn Chisholm. How are you doing, Autumn?
Doing good, doing good. I know we're coming to you a little bit late in the week, but we're doing good.
Yeah. Explain why we are.
Yes, we are coming to you a little bit later in the week because on our usual filming day, I had the wonderful chance to go see T-Pain in concert. That concert was amazing. Sat in the pit. I've never sat in the pit before. Well,
Wow.
standing room only.
Right.
And it was just something I was like, wow. I was like, to be 30 and to be listening to his music since I was 10, it's a little crazy. But it was an amazing concert. So yeah, that's why we're coming to you a little bit late. But Christy, do you want to get started with the no cap recap?
Yeah. So, wait, what was the no cap recap about again? Please
So
remind me.
our no cap recap, we are going into it, starting with the MLB playoffs in full swing. We have the Yankees. Yes, the Yankees
Really?
losing
Oh,
to the Toronto Blue Jays. The Toronto Blue Jays moving on to the ALCS for the first time since 2016. Of course, they famously lost to the Guardians, but we have them moving on, and then we have the Dodgers moving on. That team just won't go away. They they beat the Phillies. Phillies could have forced a game 5, but they just completely
Phillies,
ruined it.
Philadelphia's not having a good week.
No, they are not having a good week. We'll get into the Real Housewives of the Eagles later. Um, but we have to pour one out, Christy, for our beloved Guardians. They lost last week, last Thursday to be exact.
My
Aw,
Indians. My
look, I'm
Indians.
I'm proud of them. They lost to the Tigers 6-3. They kept the game relatively close for the most part. It all kind of fell apart in the 8th inning, but I'm actually very proud of that team. That team lost a combined 26 games at certain points during the season.
That
They
was
lost two
bad.
of their best pitchers to gambling. They traded away multiple people, and they somehow, some way, almost made it to the DS series. And I think they could have, if they would have kept it up, they could have gone all the way. But we have the Mariners and the Tigers finishing up their series. The Cubs and the Brewers are now tied. The Cubs coming back, beating the Brewers 6-0. And then I always relish when the Yankees lose.
Yes.
I love it. They it's just something about them.
I was
No
wondering why
matter
my boss was
what.
so quiet today.
He's a New Yorker.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it just I just well, I love to see teams in the Northeast lose. Like they're just all kind of crazy. Like cannot stand them. I've been to Boston. I've been booed in Boston
Mm.
by Boston fans. So anytime a team in that region, that area loses, that New York, Boston area, Philly, I'm a little happy. I'm a little
I got a
happy.
soft spot for the Red Sox, and let me explain why. Okay.
I was about to say.
I always have my two teams because I was born in Ohio, raised in Florida, so that you would think that my second baseball team would be a Florida team. But like I said, let me explain why. So we do a lot of spring training down here in Florida.
Hmm.
We have the Grapefruit League here, and I think the Indians play in what's it called, the Cactus League,
Yeah, they call the Cactus League. They used to be in the Grapefruit League.
right? And so ever since the tribe left doing their spring training down here, the closest team that we had for spring training was either the Twins or the Red Sox. And actually, I got to play with my band in middle school. Lucky me, at the opening of the Red Sox spring training stadium, which was called the City of Palms at the time. Now, this was
Hmm.
many years ago in the early 90s. Now they have the Fenway South Stadium here. And I actually still haven't been to it, but I used to go to so many spring training games. Me and my dad went together. That was kind of like our thing that we did down here since we couldn't go to Browns football games. And I also had the pleasure of working for a former catcher for the Red Sox who became a former manager for the Red Sox, who became a former part owner for the Red Sox. Autumn?
I was going to guess. I was going to guess. But then you said former manager, and I was like, no, I don't know who that is.
His name was Haywood Sullivan. He also was a quarterback for the Gators. And this man was huge. He was amazing. Like, the sweetest man. And like I said, I had the pleasure of working for him. He owned a hotel in downtown Fort Myers. My dad was the manager there. I ran the bar, and he was just an amazing human with such a huge heart. And I wish I would have gotten to spend more time with him. But so the Red Sox are my second team in baseball. Okay. And I know that there's a rivalry with, the Indians, which my second college football team has a rivalry with my first college football team. So, I mean, it's just, I'm an oddball like that.
It's okay. It's okay. I'll give you a pass on that one. That's the only one. I'll give you a pass on that one. But yeah, no, it's been an eventful week. There's some rumors now that the Yankees might let go of Aaron Boone because this is the second year. Well, it's not the second year. Aaron Boone has sort of underperformed in the eyes of the Yankees. He got to the World Series last year, didn't win, kind of got trounced by the Dodgers. So it's sort of like a thing of like, you had this year, they had a really, really, really bad rough patch like halfway through the season. And then they somehow make it up and are able to make the playoffs. But now they have kind of once again disappointed and underperformed. They haven't won a World Series since 2009.
We're not complaining.
Yeah, I'm not complaining. Trust me. Trust me. I do not feel bad for them. I do not feel bad for them. Trust me. I was watching baseball in 2009, and I was in middle school. I hated that Yankees team because number one, they had CC Sabathia. He was all I knew as a pitcher. So I'm like, you took away, my chance at happiness with CC Sabathia. But it's just. It doesn't surprise me with that team. It doesn't surprise me.
But you know what? See, and there's a reason why I hate that is because they took Damon, outfielder.
Johnny Damon from the Red Sox.
Right. And you know what? He wouldn't cut his hair when he played for the Red Sox. He wouldn't shave his beard when he played for the Red Sox. You know why? Because it was part of his Indian culture, his background, his heritage. And what do you know? Yankees pay him enough. He's walking clean shaven. I couldn't believe he sold his soul to the devil, literally.
Yeah. Johnny Damon, below deck icon. We'll get more into reality TV later on, but I want to transition. I want to transition into a crazy story that's part of this No Cap recap.
Yes.
And that is the Mark Sanchez of it all. So last week this time, there was some news that came out that former NFL quarterback and now football analyst Mark Sanchez was unfortunately stabbed in Indianapolis right before he was to do the Colts game. A lot of people reacted right away, saying they hope Mark makes a full recovery.
Oh my
the statement that was put out was that he was just in stable but critical condition. And then a couple days later, on NFL Sunday, it comes out that Mark Sanchez has been arrested for felonious assault. So the story goes that Mark Sanchez was in Indianapolis. He comes back to his hotel. There's a delivery truck driver or DoorDash driver. Somebody is doing a delivery in the back of the hotel. Mark Sanchez doesn't like that he's back there. He gets into his car. The delivery truck driver is like trying to get him out. He pepper sprays Mark Sanchez. Mark Sanchez does not get out. Then an ensuing fight happens, and the delivery driver takes out a knife and defends himself and stabs Mark Sanchez. There is a terrible picture of what this man looks like. The man was also like 69, so it was
no.
very, very scary. So now he has been charged with felonious assault, and there are a lot of people backtracking on their statements of, maybe
how
Mark
dare
Sanchez
he beat up an old man.
Yeah, and then there's been a lot of speculation of, was he really just drinking? Because then there are videos of him doing wind sprints down alleys, and then there's video of him holding his side where he got stabbed, and he just kind of looks he doesn't look the greatest. I'm gonna just say this. But the story is evolving. He has been charged. We do not know anything further than that, but it was a crazy week in the NFL. That was the beginning.
Right?
That was the beginning.
So many. First of all, games were amazing. I figured we were going to most likely lose. I mean, granted, we did great with Gabriel. Sorry, I always get the names backwards. We did great with Dylan. Our little Lego man. It was so funny. I'm sitting here yelling with all my friends. We're like, go, little man, go. Like, every time he got in the huddle, he just looked so cute. But because he's like half everybody else. But in Giants news, Dart ended up throwing, I think, like 4 interceptions on Sunday, but then he goes and redeems himself completely last night against the Eagles. Him and Scott. Oh my gosh. And I even said before the draft, this was my dream rookie duo. I wanted them so bad. And for some reason, the Giants listened to me instead of the Browns, which, I say this stuff for the Browns to listen to me, not other teams, because now this other team and their fans are out there living my dream.
Yeah.
And it's
Jackson Dart. I don't know what he's going to be in a 3-game sample. He's played like a Hall of Famer in 2 of them. Yeah. And one of them, he's played like Johnny Manziel. So yeah, I don't get it. I don't understand it. NFL quarterback.
Well, Jameis is a mentor to him, so it kind of makes sense.
Every time I see Jameis, I just think of Eat the W, and I'm like, please stop, sir. Please, I need you to stop.
Last night, it was great, and you know what? I was there with them, and Cam and Jackson, they have this little headbutt thing going on where they look like they're kitties. You know how kitty cats tap your head and they rub against you? These two are doing that. Like, their bond is so cute, and they didn't go to college together. I'm the one that I put these two together in my universe. And now, like I said, the Giants and their fans are out there living my rookie duo dream. And I'm so happy for them. And I've become not really a closet Giants fan, but because on my social, I'm constantly sharing all their stories and everything because I'm just so excited about them. I really could care less about any other games going on right now besides the Browns and the Giants games. So I'm a pathetic mess.
Oh, you're fine. Honestly, the Browns a very long time ago made me say to myself, I can't root for you. I gotta find another team. Somehow I punished myself by deciding to be a fan of the 49ers as well. And
oh, good Lord, girl.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
I mean, like, back in my day, we had Steve Young, and before that, Joe Montana.
Yeah, Joe Montana. Well, okay, so I'm going to tell you how I became a fan of theirs. Ironically enough, it was that Mike Singletary press conference where he said, cannot win with him, cannot win without him. It's something about that just made me like laugh so hard and say, you know what, I'm gonna start rooting for this team. It's kind of funny. Like they weren't the greatest team. And then of course you had Colin Kaepernick. Well, you had Alex Smith, Colin Kaepernick. You've had like a string of just something in quarterbacks since Colin Kaepernick, and then
you got Bosa on defense at least.
Yeah, and
Ohio State.
Yeah, and then they were drafting Ohio State players, and I was like, okay, I can support them a little bit more. But I Ironically enough, let's get into the NFL. There's so much news that happened in the NFL. Of course, talked about it. The Browns traveled to London. It was the Vikings' second European game. They unfortunately lost to the Vikings 21-17. What was your most surprising game of the weekend? Because I know what mine was of the football weekend.
I think it was the fact that the Jags beat the Chiefs.
I was gonna say that. I was gonna say that.
I mean, like, to see, I was happy to watch Travis on both sides of the ball, and like he had an amazing catch over two defenders, just about. Like, there's three defenders on the kid, but like this amazing in the air, like 6 feet up catch. And then just the way he was playing on defense, it really kind of like made me like, yeah, stick it to him, because everybody had been saying, oh, well, you know, how's he supposed to be playing on both sides of the ball? And, you know, he should concentrate on one or the other. And he just really, like, he did great. It was amazing.
Honestly, my favorite play of the game is Trevor Lawrence somehow almost getting sacked.
Yes,
literally.
He fell. He fell.
Literally fell. And then somehow he got into the end zone for a touchdown. The Chiefs, whoo, the season they're having is something else. It's like, it reminds me of the pre-Patrick Mahomes, not even pre-Patrick Mahomes, pre-Alex Smith Chiefs of like, that team was bad. That team was bad. And they are having a bad season. Their team is just falling apart. We know, of course, Xavier Worthy got hurt early in the season. Travis Kelce's age is showing.
Or is that the engagement? Like, you know, they say sometimes when the players get engaged from there.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that later too. But we had the Jags beat the Chiefs in a surprising one. And then we had the Patriots beat the Bills. That was even crazier.
Yes. Their rookie QB is doing pretty well. They're saying between him and Jackson Dart this past week, like, rookie QBs, they're just, and even Dylan did really well. He didn't throw any interceptions. You know, he did everything he was supposed to do in that game. And a lot of people are saying that coaching lost it for the Browns. But anyway, we can just beat a dead horse with that. But yeah, to see the Patriots win over Buffalo, like,
just hilarious.
Hilarious. So many Buffalo Bills fans in the neighborhood. It's like, why are they all here? First of all, and they're all in my hood. Like,
they're all in your neck of the woods in Florida. So the other things, we got the Saints. Ironically enough, before the Giants won last night, they actually lost to the Saints. The Saints get their first win of the season. And then we have the Jets now being the only team in the league without a win. So
they play the Browns soon, though.
Yeah, they do play the Browns soon. For some reason, all the terrible teams this year play each other. It's so funny. But the Browns have a test coming up. They are going to play Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers in Pittsburgh. I actually have a friend going to the game, so that's going to be kind of funny.
Yeah.
So what do you expect
from
this? I don't expect much either. At all.
Like, seriously, like, I hope that our defense kind of feels a little renewed with this new guy coming in from Jacksonville. And maybe they feel like, you know, maybe Schwartz is like, you guys need to show him how it's done in Cleveland with our defense.
Yeah.
You know, I know Ward was upset that he lost his little buddy, but, you know, it's the NFL. You can't be upset because you don't have your friend on the team anymore. You know, that's going to happen. So, yeah, I mean, maybe we'll get lucky and Aaron Rodgers will, you know, be
Have
an
an
old
Aaron
man
Rodgers
and
game.
Dylan can get out there and yeah, that'd be nice.
Honestly,
Oh, I got dogs in the background. Do you hear my dogs?
yeah, I hear your dogs. My dog is in the background too. He's a little nuts right now as well.
We're talking about the
Honestly,
dogs. They're getting all excited.
really. Honestly, I expect nothing from this game. I don't really expect much from the Steelers with Aaron Rodgers. He's 40. He's old. He's still recovering from that Achilles. I don't expect much from him. Uh the Browns, I expect a little bit more, of course, because now you got Dylan Gabriel for a second week. I've seen all the criticisms that the Browns have been levied, which is so weird to me because it's once again, I think it's this mentality of like we need to throw somebody out there because that's the only way it's gonna work. And I'm like, that's been the Browns' biggest problem. Is they're gonna just throw somebody out there, get them hurt, and then you're mad that they're not what you want them to be. I would rather Shador sit on the bench and learn than
Yeah.
have him go out there not knowing what he's doing, not knowing the playbook. And I think there's so many people out there that are just like, oh, but the Browns are passing over Shador because
There's a reason.
there is news that Deshaun Watson,
No.
it has been cleared to play. Of course, he went out last season with an Achilles. I don't care to see him ever on a football field again. I think he's just so bad. If the Browns somehow make that decision, because they also traded Joe Flacco to the Bengals, which honestly,
He was
a lot
sad
of people
about
like he was sad, but a lot of people are like, "Oh my god, I can't believe he's going to be so great with the Bengals." Guys,
No.
no.
It's gonna be the same with them.
He couldn't he got replaced in Indianapolis last season. The reason why the Browns brought him in and they were able to do what they did is because he was at the tail end of the season and it was again like 4 games. And after a while, his arm just kind of like gave out. So we already had him for the first 4 games of this season. Now he's about to go into another 4 games, probably for Cincinnati until Joe Burrow comes back. It's gonna be the same.
Yeah.
Like, what is it like? I don't get it. I don't get it.
There's a meme going around that, Pittsburgh saying, "Can we have him next?"
For real, honestly, if Aaron Rodgers is not good, which
Yeah.
yeah, that's a good chance. I
Well,
wouldn't
how
be
far back
surprised.
is Will Howard sitting?
Honestly,
Yeah, we don't pay enough
I
attention
would
to them to care.
yeah. Honestly, it's just the NFL has just been like kind of crazy. Of course, yeah, it's just now we're getting into the meat of the season for real.
Yeah.
And we're kind of seeing like people the teams separate themselves. I just want the Browns to not throw their rookie quarterback in there when he's already polarizing.
Well, like I said, there's got to be a reason why they're waiting for Shador. Now, they did come out and say that he was going to be number 2, but that means nothing, God forbid. But, they've got Dylan out there. Okay, that's great. Mary Kay is saying, they're trying to develop Shador in the background. Okay, that's great. Maybe the Browns actually did learn from previous mistakes with rookie quarterbacks. They got to throw one of them out there, but if they are thinking long term, they're thinking by putting Shador back there long term. Honestly, if they were thinking about him short term, he'd be out there playing like Dylan is. Like, I'm sorry to say that, but they're not seeing Dylan as our future. And I honestly think Shador is our future, and that's why they're waiting.
Yeah, I think that he surprised them definitely during training camp because I 100% thought that they did not want to pick him. I definitely thought that after the reaction of Andrew Berry and Kevin Stefanski on draft day, but I think he has shown them that he is worthy of planning the team around because that's what the most success is where you get a football team is you actually look at your quarterback skills and say, how do I build around those skills?
Right.
Ironically enough, the last time the Browns did that was the Brian Hoyer year where he was the starter and they looked
Yeah.
at his skills and they like tailored the team to his skills. And then, of course, like any quarterback, the wheels fell off because
Yep.
he's more of a backup talent than a starter talent. So there's just so much going on right now in the NFL. But you mentioned a certain someone,
Yeah.
Travis
Oh,
Kelce.
yep.
Um, we can touch on a little bit of Travis's fiance. She released her new album called The Life of a Showgirl. Again, this is Jersey Chasers. We talk about it all here, okay? So we're
Yes.
gonna touch on this,
Sports
right?
and more.
Sports and more, people, and more. And plus, again, she is a figure in sports.
She
So
is.
we could talk about it. So she talked about while promoting her album, which I'm gonna just say this. That album is not good. It's not good at
Oh,
all. It's bad.
really? I haven't
She
heard it
has
yet.
she has some lyrics that are just like, ooh, girl, no, put that back. It
Oh,
sounds like
really?
she
Hmm.
went on TikTok and was like, "Ooh, I like this phrase. I'm gonna use this in a song." At one point in one of the songs, she said, "I girl bossed way close." She said she girl bossed way too close to the sun. No, 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 we cannot do this.
Hmm.
Yeah. But she talked about why she's never done the Super Bowl halftime show. Everybody has asked her for years. And she apparently claims that she was asked when she first started dating Travis. And she said that the reason why is because his job is so much more tiring. He has to go out there every day, get in
Mhm.
pads, hit people, do what you do. And she's like, well, what kind of choreo am I going to do for this performance? And she's like, that just didn't feel right to her. And I'm just going to say this, ladies, do not ever do that. Do not ever think that.
Yeah, like I don't understand her reasoning for that because he came out and did her show when she was doing
Yeah,
her tour, and he said he gave her, so many props for her show and how much she does, and she's a very hard worker. There's no denying that. She does 50 billion shows, and then she was flying to some other country to where a studio was to write this album and then flying back. Maybe she was delirious because she was so tired and jet lagged. But
maybe because it sounds like it. It sounds like it. It sounds like delirium. It sounds like if you go on Chat GPT and you're like, hey, Chat GPT, write a bad Taylor Swift album for me. That's what it sounds like.
oh, I gotta listen to this now. How
It's
long is
it's
it? How many hours of my life am I gonna lose?
maybe two, maybe two. Well, first
Gosh,
of all, the whole aesthetic of
dang.
it
I'll
being
do it
like
tomorrow after work.
so no, I'm not a Taylor Swift fan. I was when I was younger. She used to make music that I could relate to because I was a teenager. And then I became an adult and was like, "Oh, I can't relate to this." But I'm still someone that I like music. I like to consume music.
Right.
So I've consumed her music. So when she was coming out with this album, and it's like, yeah, it's about like me being a showgirl, like the whole aesthetic is showgirls, like, and I'm like, okay, I like a nice
Hmm.
showgirl aesthetics. So her having
Yeah,
this
I
album
remember the
and it
movie
being
Showgirls.
the movie Showgirls is a crazy movie. We could talk about that one day. That movie is insane.
Yeah, that is not anything like Taylor Swift like.
No, and so like it was like to me, I'm thinking like I'm gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna hear some big band music. I'm gonna hear some like retro, like but upbeat music. No, no. Just know you're about to waste 2 hours of your life. Just know.
Wow. When I was really
It
starting to
was
get
it
to
was
like you.
Yeah, it was just disappointing. And then to hear her say, "Oh, like I couldn't do this one thing because my boyfriend's job is a little bit harder than mine." So first of all, you're automatically assuming that your boyfriend's going to be there, which is crazy because
Right?
there's like a 1 in 30 chance that he's not going to be there.
Yeah,
So
1 in
then
31, yeah.
yeah, 1 in 32 chance he's not. So that's already like kind of arrogant. But then to be like, "You know what? No, I don't want to do this because maybe his job is harder than mine." Girl, your job is just as hard. So ladies, do not ever 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 think that you can't do something.
Don't
That's
turn
just
on a job for a man.
yes, do not turn down a job for a man.
I'm
So
very lucky. My husband supports me in all my wacky sports craziness. And, I love doing these shows because it gives me an outlet because he doesn't really talk football or baseball or like, I mean, we can watch NASCAR together, but like he's more into like motorsports. So to be able to talk about, football with other people and baseball with other people and basketball with other people, it is such a big release for me.
but he's not going to be like, "Oh, you know what, babe? I don't want to talk about that with you."
I know.
Yeah.
He'll listen while he flips.
Yeah. He's still being supportive. So to me, what that actually sounded like in all reality is that not only is he not supportive of her, but she just kind of is toiling her career away for a man that wouldn't do the same for her.
Right. Yeah.
So
Shame on you.
let's get
Shame.
back into it. Shake
What
it
else?
off.
What?
Let's get let's get into the association, both WNBA and NBA. We got the Las Vegas Aces leading the finals against the Phoenix Mercury. Um, a lot of stuff has been happening. The WNBA has kind of exploded since Nafisa Collier's comments. She revealed that she spoke out because Kathy just wasn't responding to the players in a way that the players wanted to. Of course, Nafisa like got hurt really bad, and then her coach got suspended due to comments about the refs. So she felt as though Kathy wasn't really taking them seriously. So that's why she spoke out. And then her husband, who is the owner of the off-season league Unrivaled, that a lot of the players played in, he revealed that the WNBA was actually invited very early on to invest in the league, which would have actually helped their like credibility a little bit more and the players.
Mhm.
They declined, and it's just been a bad week for Kathy. So I think, as much as I hate to say it, I think there will be a lockout at the end of the season. I don't think because they are due for a CBA negotiation,
Mhm.
and I think there will be a lockout. I don't think they're going to get it done by the beginning of next season. We've kind of seen that the players are done with Kathy because, you remember when I was
Caitlin.
telling, yeah, remember when I was telling you about the Indiana Fever, aka the world's most hated basketball team?
Yeah.
Somehow, some way, they're on the same side as the players, which crazy,
Oh, yeah.
crazy.
Well, because Caitlin Clark
Yeah.
and what was
So
said about her. So she took offense and her co-players took offense.
yeah, so she finally came out. She kindly spoke out and said, "Hey, like I agree 100% with Nafisa's comments about the league and what's going on." So we got that. We got the league just not
Drama,
going
drama,
well.
drama. And you know what? This is exactly what they don't need because men always say, women are full of drama. And like, this is just
Mhm.
exactly what they don't need because we're proving them right. I
Not
mean,
only that, but then also every year we kind of get this. I hate that men do this. That they also be like, "Oh, the NBA, the WNBA is not a profitable league," and I'm like, and they're like, "It's losing millions of dollars." I'm like, "Well, so's the NBA. The
yeah,
NBA loses millions of dollars every year, so
because of how
that's
much they
not
pay
really."
the
Yeah, I'm like, that's not really like a flex that you want it to be. But there is two things that were announced this past week. So the league going into next year will have new broadcasting partners, USA Network and Amazon Prime. So they announced Kate Scott, who is the voice behind the Hornets. Yes, the Hornets. She's going to be on USA Network. And then Candace Parker and Michael Grady are going to be on Amazon. So that's about as much news as we got for the WNBA right now.
And in NBA news, the Cavs
NBA.
have lost twice to the Bulls.
Well, it's preseason. It's
Thank God.
preseason. So Lonzo Ball, he will be returning to the court for the first time in a few years. He had an ACL injury. He had a bunch of injuries. Really hasn't played over the last couple years. He gets traded to the Cavs for Isaac Okoro. But it came out during training camp that he will not be playing back-to-backs. So he'll be playing like a game every other game, which
Right.
for him, that's okay. That is more than okay. He's the one player in this league that I'm like, yeah, he kind of needs it. Like, you can't just throw him out there. And
I just, the Ball family drives me nuts. I mean, anybody that knows my personality knows that, like, families like that, they drive me absolutely nuts. They drive me crazy. So, of course, one of them is going to end up on our team.
Of course. I mean, ironically enough,
it's Murphy's Law.
Ironically enough, the younger Ball,
yeah.
The younger one, he used to play at a prep school here called Spire Academy. Ironically enough, used to cover Spire games. So, like, the Ball family is no stranger to Ohio. They are no stranger. Even though Lonzo was like,
I know that they're very familiar with you.
Even though Lonzo weirdly was like, yeah, I didn't know there was so much water here. Why does every athlete do that, man?
What do they mean by so much water?
Like, they get
like
surprised
the precipitation that falls out of the sky, or
no,
that
like
there's a huge lake.
Yeah, they don't realize that there's like a beach, and like there are tons of beaches that are not just Lake Erie. Like, there are rivers, there are lakes. They're like,
yeah, I grew up. There was this place called Mosquito Lake that I grew up near in well, it's near Warren, Ohio. But where I grew up outside of Youngstown, it was called Mosquito Lake. And, during the wintertime, we would go feed the geese and, walk on the ice. We went to ice skate because I'd break my ankles. And during the summertime, we went tubing and fishing. And, there was the ice cream store right around the corner. I mean, like, just because it's Ohio and it's landlocked in the United States doesn't mean there's no water. I mean, my God, every freaking state in the United States has water.
Yeah, I'm like, we have literally one of the largest bodies of water in the country. And I'm like, why does every athlete just get so surprised? They're like, oh my God, like there's a beach here. Babe, I'm sorry. There are beaches everywhere.
Come from LA.
Yeah. Yeah, literally. Last season there was a Cavs video.
Ohio's cornfields.
Yeah, and I'm like, you're in Cleveland. You're in a city.
Right.
You're in a city, so it's going to be even more like you're literally right on the lake. So we have the Cavs. We have LeBron. Oh, LeBron. So he came out early last week, teased a second decision. Now, again, I've talked about the first decision before. That was traumatizing for me, okay? 14 years old, sitting in my grandma's room, sobbing. And he teases another decision. And I'm just going to say this. I knew it was going to be what it was. Some people thought it was like, oh, he's retiring. Oh, he's coming back to the Cavs. Oh, he's doing this. Y'all, it was an ad for Hennessy. It was an ad for Hennessy. And then it came out that he will be missing the first month of the season. He's got a glute strain. His coach just got an extension. So it's just the NBA, they're back.
Let's just get started.
They're back. Because, of course, they're back. Again, preseason started already. Games will be starting soon. I'm pretty sure games will be starting in the next couple weeks. So let's move on.
Yes.
Let's move on.
Yes. You want to talk
we got some good stuff to talk about. So first of all, SNL came back this week Bad Bunny hosted. He talked about his Super Bowl appearance, his Super Bowl halftime appearance.
Yes, we all have
But
4 months to learn Spanish.
yes, he literally said, "You
Muy
have 4 months."
poquito español.
Yes, and if you've never taken a Spanish class, Spanish is incredibly easy to learn.
What are you talking about? No, it's not.
Hey, I took college level Spanish and high school level. College level is a little bit harder, but it's actually
No,
it's actually
you know how many Hispanics I'm around because I live in Florida?
well, yeah. Also, like you're also off the coast where like Cuba, the DR,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
like a lot of
Mexico
Puerto
is
Rico.
Mexico is actually closer to me than you guys are in Ohio. So, yeah, we have, in fact, right around the corner is a town called Immokalee, and it's famous for all the Hispanics, even though it's an Indian name. But yeah, I took 2 years of Spanish in high school, and it was to be able to graduate from high school. And so I did, and I did. And muy poquito español, dos cerveza, por favor, el baño, por favor.
That's all you know. That's all you
Oh,
remember.
dos tacos. From Tijuana Flats. Not a sponsor.
I mean, there's just that was just hilarious. But yes, he hosted SNL. It was actually a very good show. I saw some clips from it. My favorite was the K-pop Demon Hunters thing because as an adult that watched that movie this past summer, I was like, oh, I need everybody to watch this. And everybody's like, girl, this movie is for kids. I'm like, no, it's not. It's not for kids. The music is
Okay, I
great.
gotta go watch it.
Please, everybody go watch K-pop Demon Hunters. They actually performed on Jimmy Fallon. Made their first live performance on Jimmy Fallon this past Tuesday. Yes. So we had that. We had the conclusion of Love Island Games.
Which you were not happy about.
Let's just talk about this. So first of all, we do have two winners.
Winders. Calm down.
I just
I know.
every time I think about them, I just because she went on an interview and said something even crazier. So you had Lucinda and Isaiah winning the money, winning the 250K. They decided to split like everybody. I just want one person to just say, I'm keeping the money for myself. Just
I thought
one
that's what
year.
happened last season with I thought that's why what's her name was so upset.
Who Justine?
Yeah.
No, so it was she had a choice and everybody told her she could keep them like she should keep the money, but she decided to split it with Jack.
Oh, okay.
I just want 1 year for somebody to just be like, you know what? No, I'm just gonna keep all the money.
Right. Well, we know Sydney would have if she would have won.
Oh heck yeah. Heck yeah. Toby wasn't getting that. So you had Lucinda and Isaiah winning, and then of course Justine, just I wanted her to be the first 3-time Love Island winner, but Tyreek didn't touch that money, and I was kind of happy still. So
yeah,
hey, even though we had oh, and Johnny didn't win. Oh, just
he didn't even make it to the final 3.
Oh, I just love the fact that every time he is on a season with Justine, whether it be the challenge or a Love Island, she will always beat him. He will never beat her. Oh,
well, you know what's crazy is my first experience. I remember Justine from Love Island Games 1, but then I didn't see her for a while, and then all of a sudden, the show that we were talking about with Nick Lachey hosting, where they have the Love Island people, the Temptation Island people, and all that.
Perfect match.
Perfect match. Yeah. She showed up and she ended up hanging out with Ollie and matching up with him for a little bit. And it made me so mad because I knew that Ollie and AD were like perfect for each other. And luckily, AD and Ollie did get engaged. I think they're actually pregnant. But I was like, I wonder how long it took for AD to find out the stuff that he was doing with Justine.
I know on the show they confronted each other. Like Justine told AD about like her and Ollie kissing, but I don't think they
Right.
probably do the
Cuddling.
the extent of it until because Perfect Match is shot like they shot Perfect Match like it aired so fast, but they shot it like a year and a half ago.
Yeah, it was a long time ago before they actually put the footage out because I knew about AD and Ollie, and I even think I knew about them being engaged like months before the show even came out. So I was kind of disappointed
Yeah.
that got leaked.
Yeah, because I think not it was not this previous season of Love is Blind, it was the other previous season. Not season 8, season 7 is when they like popped out as a couple. No, season 6 is when they like confirmed they were a couple. They got engaged and it showed at the season 7 reunion, and then it
Right.
was announced at the season 8 reunion that they were having a baby.
Yeah, and they still hadn't even shown Perfect Match yet.
Yeah.
But
I'm like
yet Huda couldn't say that she was hooking up with what's his name because Netflix.
Louis.
Yeah,
Yeah, she said because I have a gag order, and even Netflix is like, girl, you like stay out of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Love Island Games has ended. I'm pretty sure Love Island Australia is up next to be airing.
Oh, that's good because I'm like jonesing. I have nothing like we're waiting for Wednesday night for Love is Blind for one more episode to be released.
We're gonna talk about Love is Blind. We're gonna talk about Love is Blind. But yeah, so Love Island Australia is coming up, and then after Australia airs, which I'm pretty sure Australia should be airing either at the end of this month or beginning of next month, we'll have Love Island All Stars, which is the UK's version. That'll be in January. Okay. Have that, and then we'll have a bit of a break, and then we'll have US Love Island, and then UK Love Island coming back. So Love Island, year of Love Island, almost done. Let's move on to Love is Blind. There is so much that has happened on this show.
I am so upset with some of the girls.
So, you want me to do a recap, a strong recap?
Go ahead, do it.
Okay, so we are about, what, is 12 episodes in? Is it?
Yeah.
No, 9. No, it's 9 episodes.
No, because we only have 2 more episodes.
Oh, it is. Yes, it is 12. Okay, so where do I start? Where do I even start? What couple do I even start with?
Well, let's start with how certain people were trying to guess what other people's nationalities were in the pods.
Casey. So first of all,
like that girl.
Casey. Oh my God. Casey. So it's the fact that, first of all, Patrick definitely was going to pick Anna. We all know this.
Oh, yeah.
He was going to pick Anna. Anna deciding to leave because she was like, I think she was more insecure about the fact of how she looked. And she probably didn't think that if there was a reveal, he would be attracted to her. And I think she just kind of got out before it could be like, oh, I'm on TV. He doesn't like the way I look. I'm going to get embarrassed.
Right.
So you have that. By the way, she also goes to Blake, which is I'm like, girl, that would be me. That would be me on this show. I would 100% be like, nah, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
But Patrick's other connection was Casey.
Yes.
Casey.
They have never hold on. They have never ever, I don't think, shown in the history of any of the Love is Blind shows when they start talking. It's not phone sex because they're not talking over the phone.
It's pod sex.
It was pod sex. She was totally having, and I mean, he took it very cool. I think it's because he knew cameras were on him. Mm-hmm. But I was like, girl, you're going to do everything to him? Oh, everything.
Honestly.
Like, what kind of sex talk is that? But sorry, go ahead.
No, that was the first time I'd ever seen that. I had always kind of in the back of my head and was like, yeah, they're definitely all like having like weird sexual things, but to see it on camera is kind of weird. But so they meet in person at the meetup. We all know it's the big reveal. She clearly was not attracted to him. Mm-hmm. And then before they're due to go to Mexico, she just wanted to I've never seen a lady just like simultaneously tell herself, I do not want this man, but show this man I
And
want him.
jump on him.
She was
She
jumping on him,
straddled him like a monkey.
kissing him, and then she tells him that the reason why she can't continue is not because she's not attracted to him, but
Bullshit.
because TV. And then we see her talking to producers and telling producers, I don't think I can get there attraction wise.
Mm-hmm. But it has
Then
nothing to do with the way he
no,
looks.
nothing to do with him being Asian, because she weirdly said her brothers, one dating a biracial girl, the other one's dating an Asian girl. And I'm like, why are you even bringing that up? Like,
Right.
that's just weird. You're not taking the process seriously. But
But her boyfriend told her to go on the show.
Oh, her TikToker boyfriend. So let me get to that. So she's been exposed this week. So she's done interviews. She's trying to claim that her intentions with Patrick was that they were going to see if they worked outside of the experiment. They were going to date slowly. Patrick revealed, he's like, yeah, from the moment she left, I've never seen her and talk to her ever again.
Radio silence.
Like radio silence. Then the guy who she claims that she was dating, the TikToker, came out, and he's one of the hockey boys. And he revealed, he was like, yeah, no, like, this is my ex, so I don't understand why she's trying to say that I encouraged her to go on the show. She just gives me like the vibes of like, I'm hot. Yeah, I'm hot. I know I'm hot. I'm attractive. I know I'm attractive. You love me. Like, you have to love me because I'm me. But the fact is that she's not even the worst one. She's not even the worst one.
Well, I feel, let me just slip this in real quick before you go on to the worst one. Patrick was hot.
He was such a sweetie pie.
I think he is super attractive. I was excited to see the baby seal in a pair of shorts in Baja. He kept calling himself a baby seal. It was so cute. But like, he seriously had me intrigued. I'm like, okay, what's this man look like with no shirt on? Like, I was intrigued, like, and I was like, he's got a nice set of thighs on him. Like, I would like to see him with no shirt on. We never got that because she stole that from us. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, so we do eventually get to see Patrick meet up with Anna in these last batch of episodes that just came out, and she revealed, Patrick revealed to her, he was like, hey, straight up, if you were there till the end, I was going to ask you to marry me. We were going to be the ones. And Anna kind of was like, yeah, but then I left and you didn't leave also, and you kept going with Casey.
Yeah,
I kind of see it from both point of views of like, it's still my experience. I still have the right to go forward. But also at the same time, if you love me as much as you're telling me you love me in this moment, yeah, why wouldn't you leave too and try to pursue me outside of this?
And tell somebody else that you love them.
Yeah, and get engaged.
But also to defend him, she left.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, it's like a double-edged sword of like,
how was he supposed to know how you felt about him if you just left? You didn't say anything to him in pods. So
I think it's like that thing of, it's just always going to be what if. Now, Anna does have a boyfriend. It's not Patrick and it's not Blake. No. She has a boyfriend, but I think it's also just like, I think she had the most normal reaction of anybody on that show of like, yeah, this is getting a little too serious.
Yeah.
Like, I'm getting a little too serious, and this is actually like not what I want.
Right. It's freaking me out a little bit.
Yeah. So let's speed through these other couples, even though we gotta talk about some of these. Okay, so let's Anton and Alexia, or Allie. What is her name?
Allie.
Yes. Anton portraying himself in the way that is completely different from what he looked. Always happens on Love Is Blind. This just always happens. Her coming out and saying, yeah, we're gonna have a private chef. I'm not gonna work, and I still need money for my Botox. Hilarious.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
She is funny. Do you think they're gonna get married?
No.
Okay, I don't think they're gonna get married either.
When she said that she has a problem with him having 2 beers in the morning, I get it. If it's in the morning, you just woke up and you're having them for breakfast, but you just got off of work. That's the end of your shift. So having 2 beers when you get off of work at the end of your shift, you're going to go to bed
Yeah.
and go to sleep and get up and work later. I didn't see a problem with it, but she was upset because he's having beers at the end of his shift, which is breakfast time in the morning.
Yeah, and I know she also found out from his best friend's girlfriend that
Oh
he
yeah, that he
is
used to go to strip clubs.
yeah, and that he's a party guy, and she told him, she was like, "Oh, you're in trouble."
Yeah.
And he was like, "Well, what did I do?" And she was like, "Well, I found out some things." And
Mhm.
it's just like, she wants a rich man.
Yeah,
He's
she wants a
not
sugar daddy.
rich.
No. He's good looking though.
Yeah, he's not bad looking. So we have them two. Definitely don't think they're gonna get married.
No.
We have Madison and Joe. Now, Madison is the girl who, when
She's slowly going blind.
yeah, she's slowly going behind. So the whole process for her, she took it a little bit more seriously than everybody
Mhm.
because she's like, she had to determine if love really is blind. And she got paired up with a man that is so homosexual that I can't even believe it.
Explain yourself.
Oh, so homosexual is that man is homeless. He does not have a home because the moment he asked her, well, my lease is ending.
Yeah.
And so it's oh, he just needs a place to stay. That's it. That's why he's on this show.
Yeah,
He
I
just
don't
needs a
think
place to stay.
he woke up on their honeymoon. Now, granted, he did the right thing. He got a little too drunk at the couples get together on the
Mhm.
honeymoon. So he removed himself and he went to go lay down in bed. Problem is she can barely see when it's low lighting because of her condition. And so she's trying to comfort him and make sure he's okay while he's laying in bed, and he wakes up completely confused, probably because he's drunker than crap.
Mhm.
And she's honestly just trying to help him. He's like, well, and I heard you crying outside. She's like, why didn't you come out there and comfort me? Well, I was laying in bed.
It was her asking him the same question 7 times and then him getting up and being like, "Well, what did you ask me?" And she's like, "Dude, I
Right.
just asked you the same question 7 times."
Yeah,
And it was
she's
just
seriously freaked out. And yeah, I was concerned for her at that moment.
yeah,
Like, how how safe is she gonna feel with this guy? Like, yeah.
honestly. And then we've seen in previews that on their wedding day he may or may not leave. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, they always make the previews confusing. So,
Yeah.
all right.
Are they
Next.
getting married?
No.
Okay. Next couple, we got Sparkle Megan and Jordan. Sparkle Megan, who is she is rich, baby.
Oh, yeah. She's
She
got
is
one.
money.
Mhm.
She's also obsessed with wanting to be a stepmom to little Luca.
Who has same condition her dad did. He's diabetic
Yep.
like her dad was. So she
Hmm.
feels that, bond. What's your hang up?
The chicken and Crystal Light with water.
Oh my God, it was gritty. Why when Jordan was drinking it was he about to puke if he does this all the time?
My thing is that all you have to do is cook the chicken.
Cook the eggs,
All
like she said, cook eggs. The
just
chicken
just
was cooked.
the
They did
chicken was
not.
cooked, but all heck, you can eat the chicken with eggs. You can even eat the chicken with rice. It's a protein. You do
Yeah,
not have to put it in a blender with crystallite, which
Crystal
is
Light.
already crazy, and then water.
Not healthy.
Oh, just it was gross. It was disgusting. It was just like,
Okay, but
oh.
besides that, because that was in one of the most recent episodes. Besides that, what did you think of Jordan before then?
Honestly, he gives me he uses the fact that he's a single dad as a talking point to get women. I've dated guys like that. Um and I don't really appreciate that. He also gives me the vibe that when he had his child, he was probably seeing a bunch of other girls and then he just popped out with a child.
But we don't know. This is only speculation.
It's only speculation. He just gives me those vibes. I honestly, I don't really have too many thoughts on them. They just kind of are there. They're that one couple that's just like there.
You think that they're gonna get married?
No,
Okay.
no. Would I be surprised? No, but I don't think they're gonna get married.
I think they will. I think because Luca is involved, I think Megan is going to put aside the fact that, yeah, she's got tons of money and Jordan, doesn't. I mean, he has a 1-bedroom apartment that he gives the bedroom to his kid, which is very commendable, and he sleeps in the living room. And she's ready to go buy a $2.5 million house.
Yes. When she said, so this is from this week's current episodes, she was like, so say we sell the LA house and we move into this house and we go $500K each. I said, $500K? I'm like, that's $1 million. And the house was beautiful.
Yeah.
And you could tell he was like, yeah, we can move it now. We don't even need to get furniture, because he was thinking like, oh my God, if we have to get furniture, that's even more money than we have now.
Yeah.
And I just love
all the furniture with it.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, just keep all the furniture. I love though when a woman has money and is not afraid to spend it.
Yeah. So speaking of a woman that has money that's not afraid to spend it, let's move on to our next couple, where the woman seems possibly like a mom, not just the one that has the money in the bank account, but also seems like she would be very mothering towards him.
Are we talking about KB and Edmund?
How'd you guess?
Homegirl is a social worker.
How did they get together? Like, yeah, she must have a lot of patience.
So first of all, let's just talk about Edmund. Ironically enough, Edmund is a figure in sports, so it kind of ties back to sports a little bit. He used to be a Division II college football player. And there's actually no, I think he was like a wide receiver. He played defense.
What?
Ironically, one of the most famous sports writers, Jeff Pearlman, kind of did like a video, like a little like kind of like a background into him.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
kind of, so Edmund had like a profile done on him when he was in college that, because we know he's bounced around foster care, been in and out of foster care, been in and out of the system. So he had a bit of a profile done on him in college. So from the moment Edmund was Naruto running down the hallway, I'm like, how did he get on the show? How?
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
It was the run. It was the kissing the floor because he couldn't kiss her.
Yes.
It was the Nick coming in after he got engaged and Brendan sitting there. And then Edmund being like, you know what, man, I can't even look at you right now. I'm going to cry.
Yeah.
What?
So sad.
It was like, what is going on? And then it was
emotional.
He got so emotional. And then the reveal, he had taped KB onto his shirt. The way she was looking at him as he ran out. Oh my God.
I'm surprised she didn't run out of there screaming immediately. I mean, like, you could tell by his voice and the way he talked that he was, a little special.
Yeah, he's had some developmental delays, you can tell, especially because growing up in the system and someone that works around a lot of people like that. It's not that just that he grew up in the system. He's kind of probably emotionally stunted to where like that, like of like the age that like really like affected him traumatically.
Yeah. Like, and that would be like what, 12?
Yeah, probably like 12, 13 is probably the age that he really was like, yeah. But Edmund outdid himself in the 6th episode. I have never in my life seen a grown man sit in a bed and cry because he cannot have sex with his fiance. And then say, I'm too nice. I'm such a nice guy. I'm too nice. You're gonna let me hit before the wedding. As she's like going in and telling him like, hey, like the reason why I don't have sex is because she's giving like this nuanced answer and like pouring her heart out, and he's over here crying, being like, I'm such a nice guy. You let him hit before me.
Well, to his point, she said that she had some one night stands, and he's like, but I'm going to be your husband, you know? And so to his point, he's like, you'll sleep with somebody that you're just going to sleep with once and that's it. But yet you won't sleep with me. But also, like, it's her freaking prerogative. It's her
Yeah.
freaking body. You cannot be upset with her for that.
And even then she like explained it and she was like, yeah, she was like, I did that because she was like, at that point in my life, I didn't care. She's like, I didn't care. She was like, they didn't even stay the night. She was
Right.
like, I told them to get out.
Yeah, it wasn't. It was
So
something.
yeah, so when she's explaining that, I just got the vibes of like, hey, like it's not even about the sex, it's that she values her relationships. And if she's taking this seriously, she's valuing that relationship. So the fact that he's not even the worst one is crazy.
Okay, let's move on to the worst one.
Wait, we have to say this. Are they gonna get married? No.
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 And I think
he's gotten her some great shoes. He's a sweet guy.
no.
But like, he's someone that you would want to have as your best friend.
For
And maybe
real.
not even that, because he might get a little bit annoying and you might get perturbed with him for being so whiny and baby like. So maybe just a friend that you keep around, at a distance.
Yeah, he's more of the guy that you like when you first start dating. You're like, oh, okay, like you're nice, but I know where this is never gonna go anywhere.
Yeah, you're too needy.
Yeah, he's the guy that you tell your friends like, like that didn't work out. Like that definitely didn't work out. So let's get to the final couple, the most controversial couple, and that's saying a lot because all of these men are crazy. The women, I feel bad for them, but this couple right here, they take the cake. They take the cake. Annie and Nick. Nick.
The luxury watch dealer that's got an awesome cabin in the mountains. I love his cabin.
When he called himself a size queen, I said, okay, how do you know about that? That's a statement that a straight man does not know.
And the key word there is straight. Because you even look at him, his clothes are too perfect. His hair is too perfect. He physically looks like a Ken doll.
When he said to her, my mom in high school thought I was gay, but in all reality, I was depressed. I said, are you trying to lie to to us or yourself?
Right, to America? Because we see right through that.
Because your mom was definitely onto something.
Yeah.
Sir, you are gay. And I don't like outing people. I don't like assuming people's sexuality. That man is gay. That man is gay.
Yeah, that's why he told somebody else that he loved her. And then left her in the pods.
And then went to Annie. And then Annie was picking fights with Brendan, talking about, when you don't even know what car I drive. Girl, what? We are in a pod in LA. What are you talking about?
You ain't driving no car right now.
Yeah. And then the fact that the both of them were talking about, like, well, what are we gonna do if our kids turn out gay and this and that? I'm like, first of all, why are you even having that conversation? That's a crazy conversation to have on television. Second of all, like, that's just a crazy, insane conversation to have, to think about your hypothetical kids that don't exist and the possibility of them being gay.
Each other less than 10 days.
Yes. And then you talk about how, oh, if they get out of line, I'm going to whoop them. And I'm like, they're just so bad. And then this last batch of episodes, her picking a fight with him and him clearly being like, I don't know what's going on here. What's going on here? Yeah. Her being a hairstylist and having worse hair on the show. Her head looks like a helmet. Like, I've never seen helmet hair like that. Like, her hair just
it reminds me of Steel Magnolias when they were all getting their hair done for the wedding. And it's just the big,
like bouffant hair.
Yeah. Yeah, Annie's a mess. She looks too much like him. Also, someone said that they look like siblings, and yeah, they do look like they look like two little blonde-haired angels, like little cherubs.
They just, ironically enough, they are so perfectly matched for each other
They really
because
are.
he's so deep inside that glass closet and she is so much wanting to get married. They're gonna be the ones to get married.
Oh yeah, for sure.
They're
And
gonna get married, you
they're
guys.
gonna be miserable.
They're gonna be so miserable.
She's
Ironically
living in
enough,
the city by herself. Watch, she's gonna be living in the city by herself during the
and
week.
he's gonna be in that damn cabin with his
Mhm.
boyfriend.
Yep, and his ice boat.
Just just so much.
Oh
Just
yeah, we've been going on for a long time. We need to wrap it up, girl. Oh
okay.
my gosh,
Yes.
let's
All
go.
right. Well, one last thing. So the two couples we think are going to get married,
Yes.
Annie and Nick,
Yep.
because they're going to be miserable together, and
Mhm.
then Sparkle, Megan, and Jordan, they're going to be happy together because she's obsessed with his son. And
Exactly. Yep.
yep. But yes, it's been a long time. We've talked about it all.
Oh yeah, we've covered everything.
We covered everything, but I do have one more thing, and that is our chaser of the week.
Dun,
And our
dun,
chaser of
dun.
the week is Alona Mayer. Dun, 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 dun.
Yay.
Olympian Alona Mayer is getting her own Barbie.
Nice.
So she
That's
is
awesome.
our chaser of the
Love
week.
it. Go Google it.
Go Google it. And it's proportionate. So we love it. We love it.
Love that. That's
But
awesome.
we have to go, guys.
Yes, ma'am. We do because it's late and we need to go.
And we both have to work in the morning.
Right? That
I
sucks.
know, right?
Anyway.
So terrible. But I've been your host. Everyone's favorite season, Autumn. Nowhere a ball. Joined by my co-host, Christy a cutie, the cutie. We are your hosts of Jersey Chasers. Oh, also, you guys, we have functioning social media pages.
Yay, be sure to follow us and like it.
Yes, go follow us, like and subscribe. On Instagram is at Jersey Chasers Pod. On TikTok is at Jersey Chasers. Please, 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 please give us your feedback, your honest feedback. Send us your questions, your DMs, your snarky comments. Yeah, keep it clean. Keep it clean. Keep it clean. But yes, please like, follow, subscribe. Also, like, follow, subscribe the Inside Edge Network. You guys are getting a ton of stuff, especially with us. But we have been your hosts, Christy and Autumn. Bye, guys.
Y'all have a great night. See you next time with sports and more.
Yes, sports and more.